Rafael, thanks for taking the time to speak to me again. We last spoke back in April at the Wind Europe event in Madrid. Obviously, we're here at the Clean Power event in Texas. Can you just tell us a little bit about what your role is in the US market? Does it differ from Europe?
Well, I think in the US, the biggest challenge that we have, the sites are big monsters, big capacity, completely different than Europe that we have from 5 megawatts to like 10 megawatts or even 200. The big market that we see in US growing is the battery, solar, wind as well. However, the also compliance is coming in place on the US market, which is enforcing all those assets to be more compliant on the regulations of cyber. We live in a world today that depends more on the energy generation. Those renewables are so important for us to produce the energy that we need to supply the AI demand that is coming from the data centers. Also the pricing for the market itself for normal consumers. And I believe that we have to protect it. The reason is multiple assets spread across different geographies across the country. You have a surface of attack of sponsor acts that can be manipulating that in any time. So compliers and regulators are start to understand now this is some area that you have to cover. And I think Centrii has been unique in the proposition to offer a better visibility and understanding of maturity of your compliance and ensure that you are protected against cyber attacks.
Okay. And do you see a big difference in the landscape in North America versus Europe? Is there any difference?
No, it is a huge difference. I think with the geopolitical situation across the whole world, the situations of today of critical infrastructure are quite similar, but in a little bit of aspect. US is a huge country, so the exposure is far superior than Europe. Europe is fragmented countries across different legislation or regulations, despite they have an NIS 2.0. But I assume that everyone now is looking forward how they tap on and protecting the critical infrastructure. Energy today, in terms of incident, no country whatsoever wants to have an energy incident as we see happen or attempt to happen in Poland.
Just in terms of your, the landscape itself, are you positive about the landscape in terms, just in general, or how do you see it?
I think from years that I've been in this field, the maturity has definitely moved in the right direction. Regulators, countries start to understand the criticality of why we need to protect those assets, not just the asset, but protecting the assets. Eventually, you're protecting most precious needs on your generation, which is the grid. If you cannot protect the assets or you don't enforce the protection or the compliance, then therefore you are completely ajar of a potential cyber attacks.
As always, thanks for taking the time to speak to me.